Fez finally told his secret to the other guys on the show. That takes your secret telling up fairly big now, right?
Yeah, I think I'm probably between 15 and 20 people. I guess it all depends on if you include my mental health team.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
I'm closer to 15 then.
Okay.
But I'm past my dirty dozen there.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling much better about it.
Yeah?
I went through a time where I felt like I really got stuck, and there's no movement on this secret.
Right.
This secret is stupid. I shouldn't even, I'm never going to do anything with it. Well, but now I'm feeling much better about it.
And how did you guys think he did at telling the secret? Was there a drama? Was it interesting?
I thought it was a little bit rushed.
Yeah.
I thought it could be played up a little more like a Slumdog Millionaire type deal.
I don't know what that means. I didn't see the movie.
Well, you don't want to be anticlimactic with it.
Uh-huh.
And you just don't want to drop it out there without any buildup. So far, I know that you've had problems with one person telling the secret where you didn't think that they were positive. With the guys on the show, I thought for their case, thank you very much, Killer Joe. Killer Joe's got me a nice tap water. Straight out of the tap. It's tap water. Tap water for your needs if you can't afford better water. Tap water. It's free. But you didn't give them the chance to feel good for you. What you went, here it is. And then they were quiet and you go like this. Any questions? And there was a wall between you and them.
It definitely felt weird to me, and I thought about it later on that night, and I thought, all right, maybe it was almost like, the way I thought of it was like I was reading a memo to them.
Why would that be?
Like, well, I don't know. It has been different every time I have told someone the secret, and I don't think I have gotten maybe good at it yet, or at a place where I'm still presenting it as best as I can.
What did you guys think?
Well, I don't want to talk for Chris Stanley, but I wanted to see some tears. I felt a little cheaped out that I didn't get any tears.
We were like in the middle of another conversation, and then out of nowhere, Fez just says out of the corner the secret.
Right.
It was very strange. I thought it was a little weird.
We were talking about football, actually.
Right.
And he said...
That's what made me think of it. So, but yeah, I mean, and then I also felt it was like kind of rushed as well. Later on when I kind of reviewed what happened in my head.
Well, you're a professional communicator.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to make a story good for the listener.
Right. Yeah, with this, it's, I don't know which time out of all the people that do know, I don't know which time was actually the best that I told. I mean, sometimes it's been insanely emotional, where I can barely catch my breath and there are tears, like Eastside Dave mentioned. Other times, like with the guys here, it seemed almost clinical. Mm-hmm. And then there's every range in between, too. So I still haven't locked in on, maybe I need to, rehearse, practice, telling myself.
Maybe if you did something.
Well, yeah, then there'd be some news to go along with it. I mean, then it wouldn't just be, a secret by itself.
It wouldn't be the theory of a secret. You would actually have a secret. This is just the secret desire to do something. And even though, like before you told me, did you get out and try to be in that environment?
No, never did.
All right, and you told me in October.
Mm-hmm.
We're now in what?
May.
All right, we're looking at, 6 months now?
Yeah.
And nothing has happened?
No, nothing has happened other than me telling of, a few more people.
Right.
I wish he also had maybe taken us out to dinner to tell us. It just didn't seem like it was.
He did that with other people, I noticed, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've done that with some other people.
This one felt just a little bit like, it wasn't a
You
big deal.
seemed resentful when you told them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
When you did that, any questions? I'm like, he's putting the wall up.
Ah, well, I did. I mean, I felt the wall, but I certainly did not mean to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was that I took so long with these guys. Maybe that had something to do with it.
So you should have worked harder for them. Here's one of your problems, I think. You're not thinking of their experiences. You still think this is all for you, right?
Oh, yeah, it's getting something off my chest.
Right, which really doesn't make it better for the person who gets it. You know what I mean? In other words, if you were selling a product, right? Give me a product.
Vacuum cleaners.
All right, let's suppose I knocked at your door. I said, I have a vacuum cleaner for sale here. It's $300, and if you buy it, I get $125. And if I sell 10 of these things a week, I'll be in pretty good shape. Well, that wouldn't be a good sales pitch, right?
No,
because
no.
I'm not thinking about the other person's needs. When you're selling, you're trying to find the other person, what they want out of this story. You don't let on. Here's something you can get. I will tell you this. Fez has finally told a family member. And that family member was, would you say, disappointed in you? Frightened for you?
Yeah, frightened for me is a really good. I felt sorry for me.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not what you were looking for.
Pitied me. Right. But again, I think it all comes in how I told that person.
Right.
I think I got the response that to what I put out there.
Right. What was the response that you'd like to have?
That's really good. That's great for you. I mean, those things eventually came, but what I got was this person being really worried about me.
Right.
Like I have this secret and I'm going to go jump off a bridge now.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know if we're making any progress.
If I may also add, it sort of felt like the ending of M. Night Shyamalan's film Signs, where the ending just came out of nowhere. It didn't really, it was just like, boom, here it is. There wasn't a lot of talk. He didn't go in the 70s and 80s, I felt this way. In the 90s, things changed. Also, recently, I've been thinking about this and that. It just was, boom, here's the plot.
Yeah, I think somewhat resentful. Somewhat resentful.
Well, that was definitely not the way I meant it. Also, I know when I do tell someone, the nervous level goes way up again, almost as high as when you were the first person I told, Ron. Almost up that high. I mean, it's weird. You would think, you're past 15 people telling, you would think there'd be some of the nervousness gone. But it still, I think it still takes me back to that night. And one of the things that I end up doing is just trying to get it out there. Like, without, like you said, thinking about the other person, but just say it as fast as you can so that I can go ahead and say, there, I said it.
Right. But you are a professional communicator.
True.
Leader, you're on Run and Fez, so use your skills.
Yeah,
Leader.
when Fez told the secret, who was the first one to puke?
Well, in this case, I was. And it wasn't so much for the secret, but knowing some of the disgusting things you'd be doing. Oh,
all right.
Hold on.
All right. Hold it in. Breathe through your nose.
Okay.
See, nausea does not help me.
I gotta somehow get the term ass play out of my head.
All right. Just breathe. Take deep breaths.
Hold up. Okay.
Got it together?
Starting to go.
All right.
Starting to go.
It's nothing to get nauseated over.
You know what? I'm just going to hold a bucket in front of me.
Think of something else. That's what I did. I started thinking about basketball.
Yeah, but I thought of reach around. I got it off the bass plate and went right to reach around.
Okay, what you need to do is just get your mind off it altogether.
Don't think it come, though.
You're not helping, Eastside Dave.
I thought of crossing the swords, too. And that fucked me up.
Okay.
Safe place. Safe place. But there's not so much ass play.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I'm okay now. But anyway, you've got to, you've got to think about the person you're telling.
Right. Yeah.
And I know that's hard with Asperger's.
Yeah, because with my Asperger's, too, everything's just, egocentric.
Well, I guess we could all make up, fucking excuses to fail, but you know what you got to do to succeed, and you haven't done it yet.
No.
You know what you want success to be is for the person to be happy for you.
Right, that's what I want, and then that's when I realized it wasn't, that I wasn't pulling it off the way I should have.
I mean, we just felt
it had been so far so good, and then these last 4 that I told, I've had that problem. So
Who are the 4?
Well, Chris Stanley, our producer, Eastside Dave, and Scruffy, the intern, and then the family member.
Well, Scruffy was happy for you. Did you remember when he did this? He goes like this, I think it's great. And he looked 4 years old. I think it's great.
He looked like like he was hearing his dad was leaving again.
Well done.
All right, not the nausea again.
I get something else to think of to take my mind off of it.
Oh, what's that?
Dead babies. Makes me feel a little better when I think about a pile of dead babies in a war. And then I get the bad pictures out of my head. Ooh. Oh.
better than dicks.
Yeah.
Not helping over there.
Middle-aged dicks.
Middle age is being kind. So anyway, you're going to work on it. You're going to do a lot better.
Yes, I am. I'm going to present this much, much better. I don't know who's next on the list, though.
Well, you do whatever you got to do. How did you do when you told HTJ? How did that go over?
I think, if I remember right, I think that went pretty well. I think it was the first time I did it without really tearing up. I think I did a little bit, but that was a happy occasion. So, I mean, I was doing it, I had it then.
Right.
I think now the problem is that since I was stuck so long with it, is that I've reverted to blurting.
Well, now that
to get it out there, to get it done.
But here's what we were talking about before. If you just do this once on the air, you don't have to go through all this. Just think of how many times you've had to do it now because you wouldn't just come in and do it on the air. Then you would have given everybody the opportunity to hear it at the same time. And that would have been it. You never would have had to deal with it again.
Yeah, then that Band-Aid would have been ripped right off.
Wow. Still thinking about it as ripping off a Band-Aid rather than presenting yourself to the world. That's the fucking thing that I don't... I just don't think you feel very positive about this. I would not think, as if I found a whole new way to be and was saying, this is who I am, I would think of it as ripping off a Band-Aid. But that's me. I don't have quite as much loathing as you. And when I do, I just try to numb it out with drugs and alcohol. Well, what are you going to do? All right, Ron and Fez show. Hanging out with you today till 3 o'clock.
Pajamagram. Mom likes pajamas. She likes comfort. Set her up with a pajamagram this Mother's Day. This Mother's Day is this Sunday, May 10th. You want to make sure you got Mom taken care of. Do it with a pajamagram from pajamagram.com.
Let's face it, most of the time your mom looks better in pajamas than anything else. She is more comfortable in a nightgown than anything. She's at the point right now where she's just like, I choose comfort over being presentable.
Pajamagram. Let Mom celebrate in comfort with her pajamagram. She can use this over and over again. It's a gift that's going to keep on giving. Plus, at pajamagram.com, they have sets you can give her from the kids. The new Mommy and Me sets of matching pajamas for moms and kids from pajamagram.com.
Oh, there's nothing better than being dressed exactly like your kid. I think it looks like a little mini-me. Now, are these non-flammable?
Yes, they're non-flammable.
Good, because my mom smokes in bed, and I would just love something that I could feel like could put that out. And plus, I just have to hear this all the time. You hear from your old man? When he left me, I thought I'd see a little bit of cash.
You can add to your pajamagram as well. They got great bath and body and spa products, too.
Well, she's not going to use that.
All the stuff that moms love. Hundreds of styles to choose from.
Millions.
Hundreds that fit every mom with all the best fabrics.
Well, like we like to say, Fez, every size fits Al.
That's all. 1-800-GIVE-PJs is the phone number.
1-800-GIVE-PJs.
Or go to pajamagram.com. Pajamagram.com. This Mother's Day, treat your mom or wife to some well-deserved relaxation.
All right, that's a very good point. You said your mom or wife. Mm-hmm. Eastside Dave should be getting pajamagrams for Casey.
It's his job. He's the dad. He's got to get something for the mom. The kids are too little.
Casey should be taken care of on a day like this. And right now the baby is only 1 year old.
Send your mom the softest gift to thank her for doing the hardest job. Spoiler with a pajamagram. She's going to love it. Overnight and Saturday delivery are guaranteed. Make sure you order now. Just visit pajamagram.com or call 1-800-GIVE-PJs. 1-800-GIVE-PJs. That's pajamagram.com.
Pajamagram. Bum, ba, da, da, da. Pajamagram. Bum, ba, da, bum. Pajamagram. Bum, ba, da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Pajamagram. Da 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 da. Pajamagram. Da 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 da.
If we were
Pajamagram. Da 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 da.
We're done talking about pajamagram for now. We'll mention it again before the show's over, though. Now, if
pajamagram.
Ow!
What is it you want to say, Fuzz? What's so damn important? Let me guess. You have a secret?
Well, that I do, but that's not what I was going to talk about here.
Talk about what you were going to talk about. Don't let me interrupt you.
Okay, what I was going to talk about...
push forward into what matters to you.
All right.
Make that it.
This is what I'm doing.
That's what I do. I had to do that with a couple issues of my own. I'm sure glad they did.
Okay. So if me and you and Eastside Dave and Chris Stanley were all lost in the wilderness, who do you think could survive the best out there?
Why would this come up?
It's just something I was thinking about.
I'm going to say this one's not even up for a debate, and it's not going to be close. It's going to be Eastside Dave because he turns animal so fast. He won't even be gone for 10 minutes when he disregards his fucking clothes and starts eating bark. So not only would he survive the best, he'll also start and within 2 days run if he sees or smells humans.
See, I think Dave's a good choice because he will eat anything. He's proven that before.
Well, he'll eat grub, worms, whatever it takes. But he really will. He'll give up the English language and just revert himself to animal behavior. Now, I think that you could do very well up there too, Fez.
You do?
Uh-huh.
How's that?
Ass play. Wait.
We don't know. All right. Try to control your gag.
Gum. Right,
yeah.
Try to take the bile out of my mouth.
Try to control the gag reflex.
The weirdest thing is I think of the other person looking so much like you in my head. I know it's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Try to get the pictures out of your head.
What's this name, Mind That Bird? What's that even supposed to be?
I don't know what that means. Mind That Bird. The Kentucky Derby winner.
A terrible name. And look at the old drunk who was riding it. Looks like he just got off and started drinking Sterno. Why don't we break here, Fezzy? And we'll come back and keep this thing going. It's the Ron Fez Show.